morning, and thank you for joining us for our weekly press conference today. Today we have three topics. The first is a contemporary Motorcar's CruiseTown Erie car show, which is this Friday, June 13th. Second is our annual Juneteenth celebration to be held on Saturday, June 14th. And third is our annual PrideFest, now called Pride on the Bay, which is Saturday, June 28th, and Pride Parade on Sunday, June 29th. So first, for the car show enthusiasts out there, I wanted to share that downtown Erie will be humming this Friday night, June 13th, with the first car show this season. Here with us today is the incredible organizer of the event, George Lyons, to provide details. George, the podium is now yours. Go get him.
Good morning, and thank you, Mayor Schember. This is the 14th year that Contemporary Motorcar has brought CruiseTown Erie to downtown. It's a classic and collector car cruise open to the public at no charge. This year, we teamed up with Erie Insurance to sponsor this event in celebration of their 100th anniversary of doing business in our community. We're very proud to have the honor of working with Erie Insurance on this, one of our top employers in the region and a Fortune 500 company. State Street will be closed to regular traffic from 4th to 12th Street from 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday night for the display of hundreds of interesting cars of all types: hot rods, customs, antiques, race cars, muscle cars, and about any enthusiast car you could ever imagine. They'll all be lined up for your enjoyment. We also have nationally recognized entertainment at Perry Square during our cruise with First to 11 on stage, courtesy of Erie Insurance. This is a family-themed event that brings a beautiful crowd of all ages to our downtown for an evening of lots of fun. Thanks go out to the City of Erie, the police department, and everybody that supports this event over the years in producing this wonderful event. Thank you, Mayor Schember.
Thank you. Good job. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, George. We appreciate all you do to bring this exciting event to downtown Erie. I know it's a lot of work, and you volunteer your time to coordinate it, and we are very grateful for that. Thank you. Thanks to you, I expect that it will be a fun night for all. To our visitors, if you are traveling downtown and have not been here in a while, be sure to stop in at some of the new brick and mortar shops and the restaurants in and around the downtown area. Next, during the month of June, we commemorated Juneteenth, which is the anniversary of the emancipation of African Americans. The holidays take place annually on June 19th, and it is a combination of the word June and 19th, because it was on that date in 1865 that Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, to take control and informed enslaved people that they were free and that the Civil War was officially over. This is 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation on June 1st, 1863, and just 2 months after the Confederate General Robert E. Lee had surrendered and the Union Army won the war. This is why we celebrate Juneteenth, because it honors the day all enslaved people were finally made aware of their freedoms and were officially released from their bonds. There are actually several events happening this month, including a Juneteenth celebration of African American heritage in Perry Square, and that's on Saturday, June 14th, and that goes from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. This family-friendly event dedicated to culture and freedom will feature live music, vendors, food, and much, much more. Here to tell us more and to share the details of this Saturday event is Angela Yule McNair. Angela, the podium is now yours.
Thank you, Mayor. Juneteenth is also known as Jubilee Day, Emancipation Day, Freedom Day, and Black Independence Day. On June 17th, 2021, President Joe Biden officially recognized June 19th as a federal holiday in the United States Juneteenth commemorates the emancipation of African Americans. It is also observed for celebrating African American culture. As the mayor explained, the holiday was first celebrated in Texas on June 19, 1865, in the aftermath of the Civil War, when slaves were informed they had been declared free 2.5 years earlier under the terms of the Emancipation Proclamation. The following year, 1865, freedmen in Texas organized first of what becomes the annual Juneteenth celebration as a jubilee on June 19th. In decades commemorating Juneteenth with music, festivals, featured music, barbecues, prayer services, and other activities. And as Black people migrated from Texas to other parts of the country, Juneteenth spread as a tradition. Celebrations have continued across the United States into the 21st century, typically including prayer and religious services, speeches, educational events, and family gatherings, and picnics, festivals with food and dancing. Juneteenth continues to be an important, not just because it marks the end of slavery, but because it's become a ritualized political holiday that retells the story of Black people's ongoing struggle. Juneteenth has become an opportunity for larger events such as parades, block parties, festivals, and events that assist local minority businesses to showcase their talents, services, and goods. In Erie, as a young woman who has always been involved in the community, I took the opportunity to follow leaders that hosted Juneteenth and revive the moment that has been going on for years. We started at Piper Burley School in the parking lot, and then we moved to Booker T parking lot, and then we moved to Perry Square East and West. And now we've been shutting down the block with celebration of culture, music, local minority-owned businesses, and this year we have a national recording artist coming. Our main celebration will be held on June 14th from 11 a.m., to 8 p.m., featuring national recording artist Glenn Jones. For the soul and R&B lovers, he will be available for limited photos and a meet and greet. He has classic hits such as We've Only Just Begun and more. The event also includes local bands, Life Through Music, Round Midnight, Reminiscent, and we're having Chatting with Sonya and Friends, the Erie Dance Theater, Supreme Heat, Fire and Ice, line dancing, and more. And we will also have a kids zone, which will include the Brown Clowns. We are excited to be able to reach out to receive sponsorships and collaborative partnerships with other organizations such as EGRA, the Booker T. Washington Center, Lamar Advertising, the Knox Law Firm, the Erie Community Foundation, Hammett Health Foundation, UPMC Hammett, Wegmans, WQLL, and McDonald's and Erie's Black Wall Street. We appreciate your dedication to the community. If you would like to be a part of supporting this event, we are still accepting sponsorships, and for more information, you can email Erie's Juneteenth Celebration at gmail.com or Angela McNair 68 at gmail.com. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Very good job. Thank you very much, Angela. This event has grown so much over the last few years and has become a beautiful commemoration of Juneteenth and a celebration of Erie's Black culture. Thank you all for your work on it. I look forward to being there and delivering the proclamation. The Erie Downtown Partnership will also hold their second annual Juneteenth celebration in Perry Square on Thursday, June 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. That event will feature drum circle and a performance by John Evans and Friends, Johnny Evans, with a free community meal showcasing dishes from the Erie's Black and Brown-owned restaurants here in town. Thanks to the Erie Downtown Partnership, the Erie Food Policy Advisory Council, the Emmaus Ministries, Living Black and Green, and the Glow and Grow Urban Collective for hosting this event as well. Finally, June is Pride Month. Pride Month on the Bay and the Pride Parade, organized by Northwest Pennsylvania Pride Alliance, are Erie's marquee events during the Pride Month. Here in Erie, we are committed to keeping our LGBTQ plus community safe from hate crimes and prosecuting those who target them. We support LGBTQ plus owned businesses and encourage more mental health support and maintain the city's perfect Municipal Equality Index score. Last year, the city achieved the perfect score of 100 points on the 2024 Municipal Equality Index. The MEI is a nationwide evaluation of 506 cities that examine how inclusive municipal laws, policies, and services are for the lesbian, the gay, the bisexual, the transgender, and the queer or LGBTQ plus people who live and work here in Erie. This was the third time in a row that the city received a perfect score, third year in a row. The Human Rights Campaign Municipality Equality Index ranks cities in 5 areas. First is non-discrimination laws. Second is the municipality as an employer. Third is municipal services. Fourth is law enforcement. And fifth is leadership on the LGBTQ plus equality. Our city leaders have worked hard to create an environment where every LGBTQ resident, employee, or visitor can thrive here in Erie. I would especially like to thank our LGBTQ plus advisory council members who worked extremely hard to draft policies and practices that helped us to achieve our perfect score as we strive to make Erie a much more inclusive community. Now, I'm happy to introduce Susan Crenell, from the president of the Northwest Pennsylvania Pride Alliance, to tell us about the Pride events happening in Erie this month. Susan?
Thank you so much for having me here today and for your support of our community. Happy Pride Month, everyone. In the spirit of solidarity and celebration, Northwest PA Pride Alliance will be hosting Pride on the Bay and our annual Pride Parade the last weekend of this month. Saturday, June 28th, we'll have over 100 vendors and food trucks, along with free health screenings and other activities at Pride on the Bay at Liberty Park. There is no cost to attend. We'll also welcome a variety of performers from all over our own home region here for one of our most diverse shows ever. Doors open at noon. The fun starts at 1 p.m. We'll be providing shuttles from 12th and Lincoln Park and Ride and from the Intermodal Transportation Center. Shuttles will be starting at 10:30 a.m. and they'll be running until 7 p.m. to help get everyone there. This year's Pride Parade will be a standalone event on Sunday, June 29th. Lineup will start at noon at 11th and State, and the parade will start at 1 p.m. and go from 11th and State to Perry Square. While we're, of course, excited about our events right here in Erie, we'll also be hosting a Meadville Pride in the Diamond, July 26th, and just for fun, a whole second Pride weekend, August 16th and 17th, where we'll have our annual Pride Picnic and Pride Day at Waldemere and Waterworld. More information about all of those events and more will be available at northwestpapridealliance.org or nwpapride.org. I'd like to thank, of course, the mayor and, of course, the city government for this opportunity and for their continued support. We're very, very grateful to live somewhere where the city itself is not among our combatant forces. So if we haven't expressed that gratitude previously, I'd like to do that right now. Thank you so much, and we hope to see everybody soon. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Susan. We really appreciate it. Your work over many, many years and the NWPA Pride Alliance Board, and we congratulate you on your new role as president, right? Excellent, excellent. You are helping us to make Erie a welcoming city. Everyone who lives or visits here appreciates that. I have a deep and personal connection to the Pride events. As many of you know, my son Joe is gay. When he told my wife and I almost 20 years ago, we immediately responded, "Joe, you're our son. We love you. It doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is." And it's been a great relationship ever since. Erie's Pride events remind everyone that our LGBTQ plus friends are welcome and they're highly valued here in Erie as well. We celebrate our diversity and each person for their unique skills, abilities, and perspectives on life. The best thing we can do is support one another. Let's all continue to do that. That concludes this week's press conference. Please continue to follow us on social media for the latest updates on everything happening here in the city of Erie. And all of us who spoke are now available for interviews. Thank you very much for being here or for watching on TV. We appreciate it. Thank you.